Okay, just before the video starts, there's going to be the most important tip, which if you're not going to stay through the entire video, I recommend that you go watch it. There's going to be a timestamp on the screen. Please go there if you really want the best tip, in my opinion. But I do encourage that you watch through the entire video. But if you're not gonna, just please go to that timestamp. Alright, I'm going to be talking about how I learned how to stream. I'm going to give you guys a couple tips. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'm very quick with replying usually within 1 to 5 minutes. And if I'm sleeping, I'll reply when I wake up. I see every comment, um, and I reply. I do have a Discord, so I'm gonna leave the link down in the description and the comments. I'm gonna pin the comment. I love talking with you guys. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about how I personally learned how to stream. Uh, I I'll just dive right into it, I guess. So this map, I tortured myself with this map so much. This is my most played beat map. I hate this map. I cannot play it. But um, just these beginning streams, I'm still so bad. But um, I'm gonna talk about the UR bar first. So if it's to the right, it means you need to pick up the pace a little bit. You're streaming too slow. If it's to the left, you need to slow it down. Control your tapping. Just think about the fundamentals. Uh, and if you're hitting consistently, good job. Now, if your UR bar is playing catch the beat, on the other hand, that's not very good. That means that you're not streaming consistently. You're speeding up and slowing down. And you just need to just cons consist, like practice on tapping consistently. Uh, all right, next I'm gonna talk about the different types of streaming. So there are, I'd say, three-ish main categories of streaming. There is uh medium BPM, like 195, 200 BPM death streams, like We Love Llama, maps like that. There are space streams, which is your farm for good players, space streams like Honesty. Um, and then there's just speed, like your DT speed, like Tower of Heaven DT, just maps like that. But I'm a stamina player. Uh, I mainly focus on 200 or well 185 to 215 to 220 BPM death streams. So I find that stamina is just a main point of streaming. Like that's your base point of streaming. Um, I would never really play the stream training maps where it's just that one pattern of streams. Uh, I never really found myself playing that map too much or that map set too much. Uh, Real maps with real streams is how I learned how to stream. I tortured myself with Honesty. It's my most played beat map. Uh, Now I'm not saying torture yourself with it. I'm just saying slower BPM maps like Honesty, working your way up. So try try getting a base point of stamina. Um, Control your tapping to the point where like you're like if you ever just go like this is what I would call your main BPM for now. Like whatever's the most comfortable. Try finding that BPM. For most people, when you first start, it's around 170 to 180-ish. That was mine at least, and a couple of the other people I talked to. But you could probably do this for quite a long time. Now it's not that simple, trust me. Like I know it's not that simple. Like stream aim. Space streams are so hard. Like just to aim. Space streams are so hard. Um, so that's why I don't recommend starting off with space streams. Do close together notes at a slow pace, like Honesty. Like the beginning streams of Honesty are a good amount of spacing with a good amount of speed. There's one other map, which is this. There are different amounts of notes, like 120, 250, 500, 700, 830, 1083. If you want to play with your friends, there's a tag combo. I would recommend that map. It's slow. It's 185 BPM. It's slow. There are your patterns, with like patterns that you'd actually see in maps, and it's long. So it has your aim, your speed, and your stamina. That's a good map, in my opinion. Um, so I would download those two maps, see how you do on them. But streaming takes such a long time to learn. It took me months, which is on the really fast side, to learn how to stream. Um, it's practice, 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 practice. Don't overdo it though. Do not overdo it, because I overdid it and I had to pay the consequences of my wrist hurting so bad that I had to switch to tablet. But it feels better now. I can play the game, so it's fine now. But do not overdo it. Just practice, practice, practice. Don't overdo it. You'll regret it. Um, just playing stream maps your entire Osu session pretty much. Like playing incorporating stream maps into your normal Osu session, you'll gradually find yourself getting better at streams. There's no magic formula. It's just practice. You cannot go an entire Osu session of playing jump maps like Tsukinami, Sunglow, just jump maps, your standard start again. You won't get any better at streaming by playing jump maps, obviously. So you need to incorporate maps like Honesty, Blue Zenith, slow maps which have stamina parts and some sort of spacing, real streams. You'll find yourself getting a lot better, a lot more consistent. Now, this is over the span of months. I'm not talking days, I'm talking months. So for some people, years. Like, I know a couple people that still can't stream very well after years. It's a hard skill to learn. It's not easy. There's no secret formula. It just takes time. Practice, practice, practice. That's just play more. Like it's not the thing that you want to hear, but it's the thing that you need to hear. You can only play more, and that's the only way of improving. Now, don't get yourself going and getting burnt out after playing Osu for 6 hours a day of playing streams every day, like I did. But if you want to see the most improvement, that's kind of what you're gonna need to do. Um, Now don't completely give up on your aim. You're like my aim took a really big hit after I learned how to stream because I wasn't playing jumps during that time. Um, so that's why I'm saying incorporate stream maps, more stream maps than jump maps. Don't give up on your aim. Just just incorporate stream maps like as a warm up or as a finisher of your Osu session. Just you need to play streams. That's just the bottom line. You need to play streams. Uh, I really hope that this video helped some of you. Um, I'm sorry that there's no like magical tips, but if you do have any questions, just um leave them in the comments or just join my Discord server. It's probably faster. And you could ask more questions instead of like in a YouTube comment. So, uh, yeah, uh, good luck on your Osu streaming journey. There's one very important thing that I forgot to mention. Like, like, this is what you need to learn. Like, you need to learn technique. Technique has to by far be the most important thing when it comes to streaming. So there are two main types of technique that I see usually. There is your wrist player, ones that go like this. I'm not very good at this type of streaming, but like you'll see people that raise their wrist and they move their hands in like this sort of fashion, I guess. Like I don't understand it, but I see a couple people do it like that. Now, um, there's my technique. I only use my fingers. Like just I'll bring my keyboard closer, but it's only my fingers that are tapping. Um, Here, I'll turn this off so there's no glare. But there's accidentally stopped recording, but I'm trying to bring it into the light, but I only use my fingers. This is my technique. You can get fast. Stamina. Stamina becomes much easier. Like much easier when you learn how to get that get the technique. Uh Technique so important. And I don't see enough people talking about it for some reason. Technique is so important um in your stamina because if you're careless with your technique, if you're all over the place, that's a bad deal. You need technique. I'm just gonna keep saying this. Technique so important. Like so important and I don't see anybody talking about it. But yeah, that just technique. Either find out what technique suits you most, whether you lift your wrist and you go like this, I guess. I mean, I'm not very good at this, but I see a few people that go like that. Or if you're like hyper pigeon or like me, where you only use your fingers. Those are main two types of technique. So important. But yeah, I just hope that you guys can uh just learn how to stream. I mean, it's such an important skill in Osu. And it's fun. I like streaming. It's fun in my opinion. But yeah, just good luck. So this is Hyper Pigeon. Hyper Pigeon is so speedy. So this is We Love Llama at 240 BPM. You can see that his technique. His technique is his wrist isn't moving at all. It's on the table. His wrist is planted, and he has incredible speed, and his fingers are doing all of the streaming. Um, yeah, this is just 240 BPM death streams, and his technique is something that you guys should try as well, see if it's comfortable, and just try improving on that, I guess. But yeah, so you can see that is quite insane. So I'm just gonna make a TLDR, I guess. Um, these are just gonna be short little points that I mentioned throughout the entire video. Um, One, in the most important being technique. Uh, Technique's too important. Um, and then there are certain maps that you need to play. Um, Honesty, I guess, and that one Sink into the Deep End map. Very good maps to practice on. But playing maps in general, playing stream maps, you'll find yourself improving, getting faster. Um, and incorporating the maps. Don't go out with an entire Osu session of just being entire streams. Your aim's just gonna get bad. Like when I finished learning how to stream, my aim was horrible. Please don't do that to yourself. And don't hurt yourself in the process. Don't go giving yourself RSI. It hurts. Trust me. But yeah, there's your TLDR. Just I would recommend watching the entire video. But on to the end now. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed. I hope you learned a thing or two as well. Uh, if you don't mind liking and subscribing, it helps out a lot and gives me motivation to upload more stuff like this. And if there's enough support, I'll make another on just how I improved at the game in general. going from 7-digit to 5-digit, just what I did to improve at the time. Uh, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.